Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Steins 0. In the last episode, Rintaro and Maho arrived at Mei Quinyanyan. While Maho got a more than her fair share of the catgirl maid known to one and all as Famous Nyan Yan, Rintaro had a private meeting with his favourite right arm and fellow lab member Ataru Hashida, otherwise known as Daru. The point of Daru's meeting was twofold. The first, to see if Rintaro knew anything about Kaguri Shina and to help Suzuha Amane find her, which Rintaro was trying to process the fact that Mayuri would eventually adopt a daughter in the future. But the second bombshell was the fact that Daru has in his possession a laptop and hard drive that just so happens to have a security system made from himself and the company that he works for. And apparently the laptop and hard drive both belonged to the late Kurisu Makase. Could this be another instance of world line convergence? Is this world line refusing to let Rintaro Okabe forgive or forget the fact that he murdered the one woman that he loved more than anything with his own two hands? So Kurisu's belongings. I wanted to ask Daru directly, but stopped myself. Yeah, this is something that we should probably confine to Rhine. Something seemed weird about the client, so I hit up the PC manufacturer's user registration database. I did that as a secret, by the way. And I found that it was registered under her name, same address too, so it's definitely her. Who brought you the computer? Why would they have Kurisu's computer? That is an excellent question, if ever there was one. Considering the fact that Kurisu's mother's house in America was basically torched, let alone ransacked, maybe the arson was to hide the fact, though, that someone might have actually ransacked her place. Could they have been looking for the laptop? I wonder. Sorry, the rules say that I can't tell you that, even though your client in question is probably a very shady and unscrupulous individual in and of itself. Were they Russian? Huh? Nope. Why Russia? Nakabachi? Yeah, you could say that. Also, Daru doesn't really... We never really told Daru that Dr. Nakabashi is actually Soichi Makase, Kurisu's father. But if it's not the Russians, then it's fine. Well, that's certainly interesting. I believe it was Russian agents that torched Kurisu's mother's house, but somebody else delivered the laptop. So what do you want me to do? I want a hint. You know any words that Kurisu might use for a password? You're asking the wrong person, Daru. The one person that we could probably ask is Maho, the only other person who was close to Kurisu Makase. I can't brute force the password, so I have to do it the hard way, so we basically have to try and figure out what it is. I've tried her birthday, graduation dates and stuff, address and phone too. Not that I imagine her picking them for a password. That's very much in line with Kurisu's character. She'd definitely She'd definitely want to pick something unique and obscure. Also, any words commonly used in brain science or frequently used in her papers. I've got all that data. Now I'm trying stuff from her private life. And we're still coming up empty-handed, it seems. It felt like the grave of someone I cared about was being violated. Possibly by the world line itself. What kind of words did I associate Kurisu's private life with anyway? Well, there was one name that comes to mind. A name that she loathed, hated and despised above all else. And even Amadeus Kurisu said that she would never use that name, even if Rintaro said it. And that name is Christina. Of course, it should go without saying that the Kurisu Makase of this world line was never once referred to as Christina. Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha? Yeah. But yeah, by the way, let's not forget the fact that Kurisu Makase was a prolific @channeler, and Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha is essentially her @channel handle. My fork? Or maybe something to do with her dad? In regards to the fork, Kurisu said that she always wanted a fork with her initials engraved on it, since she already had a personalized spoon. I tried to remember more about Kurisu, but when I did, I started to think about her last moments. Yeah, we're really staring into the abyss here. I quickly shut down that train of thought. Otherwise we'll have a existential breakdown.
少し時間をくれないか。すぐには考えがまとまらない。
Yeah, we've basically tried everything we could think of, and we're hitting dead ends left, right, and center.
了解。何か思い出したらでいいから。
Well, at least we tried.
それに強制じゃないし、思い出したけど教えたくないならそれでいい。
Yeah, of course, it also goes without saying is that if we remember and it causes yet another anxiety attack, things could get pretty bad. And Rintaro's nerves are already frayed as it is. I sighed and gulped down my cold coffee. How long have we been here? Or is that nice coffee? Well, that meeting sure was, unexpected. And we've apparently jumped forward in time to the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And there is Mayushi Claus. There we go. That's a nice name. Mayuri's voice sounded really excited, and you did promise to go to the Christmas party at the lab.
もちろん。
Although Rintaro was sounding less than enthused there. Of course she did. Mayuri had spent a lot of time preparing for this day, and knowing her, she probably made those Santa Claus herself, instead of just buying them at the store. She probably was really looking forward to it. Well, it depends on whether Rintaro's college gets ahead of him, or whether Maho and Leskinen have something to talk about with Amadeus.
行くよ。 6時からだろ
But Rintaro made a promise, and he's never once failed to keep a promise to Mayuri of all people.
今大学？
Indeed we are, Mayushi.
いや、和光市
Or
知り
Wako
合いの
City,
教授
sorry.
の研究室みたいなところにお邪魔してる
So we're not at the university, we're basically at the Brain Science Institute.
和光市。
And Mayuri is still very much surprised at how far Rintaro has moved up in the world. She had no idea where Wako City was, did she?
間に合う？
大丈夫だ
Indeed, we said we'd be there at 6 o'clock on the dot, so we'll be there at 6 o'clock on the dot.
よかった。待ってるね。
And Mayushi is a very happy panda. Or Santa, I should say. Her voice got fainter on this phone for a second. And I heard the other girls.
オカリンさん、女子全員でサンタコスして待ってます。待ってるにゃ。
So it's Fubuki and various.
待ってます。
Is that
ほら、
Kaiden?
ルカ君も。
Oh, and Ruka's there too.
僕は女子じゃ。
You're making him wear a girl's Santa outfit.
ルカ君もコスプレしてるんですよ。 すみません。脱ぎません。今すぐ脱ぎません。あら、もったいない。すごく似合ってるのに。
盛り上がってるな
Indeed, they are, Rintaro. Too much fun.
今絶賛準備中なのです。マユシーなんか超ミニスカのサンタさんでめちゃくちゃキュートなんですよ。ちなみにパンツの色はピンクでしたぜ。
Thank you very much for that information.
ふぶきちゃん何言ってるの？
Yeah, I thought it was Fubuki. Let's just bury that thought before it
ごめん
spreads.
ね、変な話して。とにかく待ってるからね。
And Mayushi is very upset.
それじゃあまた後でね。
Fairly well, Mayushi. Call complete. It sounded like the party had already begun at the lab. With all those girls there, I'm sure they were having a good time. Case in point, Rukiko is a guy. Hang in there, Ruka. I chuckled and put away the phone.
ずいぶん賑やかだったわね。
How long have you been in the room, Maho? Well, of course you would be, since this is your lab. It was Maho who spoke to me. Actually, only Maho and I were in the room. That begs the question, where is Leskinen?
今日友達とクリスマスパーティーをやる予定なんだ
Well, given that he's a hard-working professor, I'm sure he must be pretty busy.
ああ、そういえばもうそんな時期なのね。
Indeed, it's that most wonderful time of the year. As the song
君は
goes,
そういうのには無頓着そうだな
given the fact that Maho didn't really care much for the reception dinner after the seminar of Amadeus, I don't think she would be interested in Christmas.
こっちに来てからは特にね。普段はいつもここにいるし、最近会う人といえば警察の人ばかりだし。
Yeah, and Maho and Rintaro are still trying to come to grips with the reality of having a crazed man, basically. Although he was very calm, but he was still very crazed. Assassin, trying to shoot them and then eventually try and run them down in his sedan. I tried to force a laugh at Maho's joke and looked around the room. It was dead silent. The exact opposite of the noisy lab I just heard on the other side of the phone, in fact. Nothing had changed since the first time I'd come, which meant that it was still only Maho and Dr. Leskinen that were working here. I thought there'd be more people by now. And the professor had been meeting with different researchers all the time since he'd come to Japan, so he wasn't spending much time in the lab. It's probably been a while since we've last spoken to Amadeus Kurisu as well. Did that mean Maho was spending most of her time cooped up in here alone? Well, that's normal for a scientist, I guess, but I believe she is conversing with Amadeus Kurisu. Although I don't suppose you would call her a companion.
ヒアジョーさんも参加するか?
After what happened, she probably needed a chance to blow off some steam.
私?
Yeah, unfortunately, Ferris is going to be there, so brace yourself, yet again.
気を使わなくていいわ。こうして一人で研究できる方が気が楽なの。人間関係に煩わされずに済むから。
So basically, Maho's a lone wolf.
そんなものか。
Kurisu had said similar things. The two of them are very like-minded, very much like siblings. Kurisu, huh?
それより本題に入りましょう。
Indeed. That's probably a good idea. I didn't come all the way to Maho's lab to make small talk.
クリスに謝りたいとさっき言ったわよね。
Yeah, we need to discuss Amadeus Kurisu.
そのために私のところに来たと。
Though Maho was visibly upset and disappointed at Rintaro.
そうだ。
なぜ?
Yeah, that is actually that is a very good question. Why did we come to Maho instead of actually directly talking with Amadeus Kurisu? Even though I know the answer to that question, which is basically that Rintaro keeps thinking of Amadeus Kurisu as the real Kurisu.
一人じゃ話しづらいんだ。
Yeah, and unfortunately, the more he talks with Amadeus Kurisu, the higher chances of his anxiety overreaching itself
それで私に仲
keeps
裁を
coming
して
to
ほしい
mind.
と。
That's mediator is actually a very good word there.
そういうことになる。
変な人ね、あなた。
You don't know the half of it, Maho. Maho's reaction surprised me. Was I that weird?
最後に話した時に俺が動揺しすぎたのが悪いんだが、かなり強引に話を打ち切ってしまったんだ。クリスの性格を考えると確実に怒ってる。
Yeah, I'm sure that that Amadeus Kurisu would be very upset at Rintaro at this
中途半
moment.
端につながっている分、見えないプレッシャーで四六時中ビクビクしている身にもなってくれ。
An invisible pressure bearing down on us like the sword of Damocles, hanging over our head. Dr. Leskinen had been trying to help me out, but I Would have felt better if he just stripped me of access completely.
そんなにびくつかなくてもクリスからは連絡しないようになっているわ。そう言ったでしょ。
Well, that
そう
much is
なんだ
true.
が
And yet Rintaro still feels compelled to apologize for his
喧嘩別れ
actions.
みたいなことにもなりたくないんだ。
I never wanted to go through what I experienced in the Alpha World line again. In that world line, I'd never been able to figure out what she'd been trying to tell me at the end. Indeed, if you remember from the episode in which Rintaro finally managed to jump back to the Beta World line by deleting the Gmail concerning Kurisu Makase's death, just after he had deleted that email, Kurisu Makase entered the room. Unfortunately, the world line shifted before she could finally tell him in person what she'd come there to
まあ
say.
いいわ。仲裁でも何でもするから要件を済ませてしまいなさいよ。
And it seems that Maho enjoys having fun at Rintaro's expense.
助かるよ。
At least she's willing to help us with Amadeus Kurisu.
せっかくのクリスマスイブなんだから少しは気の利いたことを言ってあげたらどう？
あ
Probably a good
あ、
idea.
そうだな。
Not that I had any idea what nice would be.
どうしたの？早くアクセスして。
Yeah, we should probably contact Amadeus Kurisu ourselves. I really, really love that logo. And of all things, Amadeus Kurisu was surprised that we phoned back.
まさかまた連絡してくるなんて。は？何よ？何なの？
And it's actually rather amusing watching an AI avatar trying desperately to make sense of a situation. Oh, she totally wasn't expecting that.
いや、
Yeah, it's definitely been a few days,
どうも。
weeks
岡部倫
probably.
太郎さん。
Yeah, you call him by his full name and you call him Okabe, but never once do you ever refer to him as Rintaro, which is his first name, I might add.
私に何か用でも？もう話したくないんじゃなかった？
Yeah, about that.
いや、その、
Yeah, we need to try and smooth things over. My eyes glance towards Maho for help.
クリス、彼から話があるから少しだけ聞いてあげて。
Let's just hope this works.
別に聞かないとは言ってませんよ。岡部さんは私とはもう会話を交わしたくないはずではと事実確認をしただけです。
And Amadeus Kurisu gives a very predictable tsundere explanation there. I actually also like the way that Amadeus Kurisu's avatar is animated in the Steins Gate Zero anime. How it contrasts with the anime design of the real world. This weird kind of 3D effect that you don't really get with the visual novel. I just thought I'd mention that. Yep, she's mad. I knew it.
ほら、早くしなさいよ。
Looks like it's up to us.
あ
I took a single deep breath and lifted up the phone.
あ、悪かった。
I bowed my head.
俺なんかに付き合ってくれていたのに、 お前のその親切を裏切るような形になってしまった。
Let's just hope that Rintaro's apprehension doesn't make him have another panic
それに
attack.
この前最後に話した時急に会話を打ち切ってしまったのも失礼だったと思ってる。
Judging by the expression on his face and the sweat on his brow, Rintaro is extremely nervous right now.
昔あった個人的なことを思い出して混乱してしまったんだ。でもそれはお前には関係ないことだよな。
Because lest we forget, Amadeus Kurisu is not the actual Kurisu
テ
Makase.
スターを辞めさせてもらう前にせめて一言だけ謝りたかった。以上だ。
Well, we've said our piece. And yet, Amadeus Kurisu is laughing at us the same as Maho was moments before. Amadeus Kurisu was chuckling the same way that Maho had just done.
それ本気で言ってるの？
なんだよ、こっちが真面目に謝っているのに笑うなんて。
And the sad part about this is that Amadeus Kurisu is behaving the exact
私は
same
人工
way.
知能よ。なのにそんな神妙な顔して本気で謝ってくれるなんて。
As I was about to say before I was interrupted by Amadeus Kurisu, she is behaving the exact same way as the actual Kurisu, which is only going to make things even more awkward.
この前私と話すのが照れくさいとも言っていたわね。
Yeah.
変わった人。
I believe Maho said the exact same thing. Not that Rintaro has any right to complain or debate that. Was it weird to apologize to an AI and mean it? Probably.
いいわ。正直ちょっと失望していたところだったんだけど、考えを改める。
Seems that Amadeus Kurisu is fine with Rintaro no longer being a tester.
こっちから出す交換条件を飲んでくれたら水に流す。
And yet there's one condition that she
交換
has.
条件だって。
What was she going to make me do? I had a bad feeling about this.
わかった。その条件とやら聞こう。
Let us hear your one condition, Amadeus Kurisu.
今日これから真帆先輩をディナーに誘いなさい。
I should have seen that coming a mile away.
Huh?
Yeah. Amadeus Kurisu, we really need to talk about this behavior of yours. Maho's eyes and mine went wide.
ちょっとクリス、何を言い出すかと思えば。
今日は何の日かご存じないんですか、先輩？
What about it? It's Christmas Eve,
クリスマスイブ。
a day before Christmas.
そういうことです。
どういうことよ。
さあ岡部さん、条件を飲むの？飲まないの？
Why did she look so excited? Yeah, that's my line. For an artificial intelligence, Amadeus Kurisu looks like she's having way too much fun.
わかったよ。
But if Rintaro doesn't agree to this one condition, Amadeus Kurisu won't let the matter
ヒア
drop.
ジョさん、さっき話したパーティー正式に君を招待する。
Of
ぜひ
course,
来てほしい。
of course we do have a little bit of a loophole.
パーティー？
Nice try, Amadeus
友達と集ま
Kurisu.
ってクリスマスパーティーをやるんだよ。
そうじゃないでしょうが。
Too bad, so sad, Amadeus Kurisu. Your plan failed.
あ、いや、でもいきなり二人きりだとハードル高いし、逆にいいか。
Something tells me that the actual Kurisu Makase of the Beta World line would probably try to get Rintaro and Maho together. Although, of course, I believe that the Alpha World line Kurisu would probably have a few objections to that.
クリス、それ以上からかうと怒るわよ。
I think we'll do more than infect you with a computer virus.
私はパーティーなんて行かないわ。
And she's refusing to go to the Christmas party.
だったら私も岡部さんを許しませんが。
This conversation is going nowhere
ヒアジョーさん
fast.
頼む。
どうしてこんな話になっているのよ。
And Maho was the first to surrender. Kurisu is still the queen of stubbornness.
先輩のために気を利かせてあげてるんじゃないですか。
You have a very bizarre definition of the word help.
あなたね。
That's lies.
そもそも今日はこの後教授が帰ってくるのを待って研究の報告をしないといけないし。
So, Maho's waiting for Liskanen to show up.
いやあ、リンタロウ、マホ。何の話かな？
Impeccable timing, Your Majesty, if I do say so myself. Dr. Liskanen walked in at the perfect moment. Maho looked relieved and went to open the file on her desk.
おかえりなさい教授。これが今日集計したデータなんですが。
Maho is smiling happily. Little does she realize that Amadeus Kurisu is also smiling happily. I'm not liking this.
マホ、ストップ。二人ともこれから出かけないかい？せっかくのクリスマスイブだ。仕事はもう終わりにして食事でも行こう。
Well, the three of us could, well, technically four. The four of us could have a meal at a fancy restaurant somewhere in Akihabara.
制約があるのかな？
Looks like Maho's fighting a bit of a losing battle here, it seems.
教授、ナイス。
And it seems that Amadeus Kurisu and Alexis Liskanen are, yeah, culprits in arms.
Huh?
Or, no, that's not what I wanted to say. Partners in crime, I meant to say. But Liskanen is actually surprisingly taken aback by Amadeus Kurisu's response.
教授、俺の友達がクリスマスパーティーを開くんですが、よかったらご一緒に。
And then Rintaro opens his mouth. Forgive us,
素晴らし
Maho.
い。ぜひ参加させてもらおう。
And Maho has lost all hope. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. It was exactly what Liskanen was waiting for.
もちろん、マホも行くんだろう？
Doesn't look like she has much of a choice in this matter. Not anymore. That was the moment when Maho's last hope of escape was cut off.
決まりですね。
And of course, Amadeus Kurisu will forgive Rintaro Okabe. Amadeus Kurisu smiled mischievously from within the screen. She was quite the plotter. The real Kurisu used to do silly things like this too.
ねえ岡部
And all of a sudden the mood turned serious. When she called me by my name, I gasped.
私なんかに本気で謝ってくれて Thanks
Oh, you're very welcome, although you still never refer to him as Rintaro.
嬉しかった
As happy as an artificial intelligence can be.
あ、いや、
気が向いたらまたいつでも話しかけてきて暇つぶしぐらいには付き合うから
気が向いたらな。
I believe this is the part where Rintaro slowly loses his sanity once again.
それじゃあまた真帆先輩をよろしく
I think she heard that.
クーリス
Yeah, she definitely heard that. And disconnected. Fairly well, Amadeus Kurisu.
満足したかしら。
あ
Well, at least Rintaro's feeling much better. I felt more relieved than I thought I would. I realized that I really did love Kurisu Makase.
でも人工知能に謝るのはそんなに変か？
I think that most people would consider that weird,
俺の
yes.
友達、この前メイクインで紹介したあいつなんかいつも二次元の女の子に土下座してるぞ。
I never thought you would ever compare yourself to Daru.
そういう精神性は私にはちょっと。
Yeah, PC otaku, they are really strange. Uh-oh, that freaked her out. Bad example.
とにかくヒアジョーさんのおかげで助かった。
And Rintaro with a nice save.
クリスの交換条件なんか律儀に守る必要はないわよ。
Yeah, we
まあ
really
でも
don't.
教授も行く気満々みたいだし。
The very least we could do is invite the two of you to the Christmas party at the Future Gadget Lab. The professor flashed his white teeth at me.
それにクリスと約束したからさ。
Yeah, we did make a promise. I don't think she'd let us off the hook if we broke it.
あなた本当に変わっているわ。
If only you knew Horin Kiyoma. But even as she said it, she was smiling. I guess she decided to go to the party after all. Let us be off. On our way to the Future Gadget Lab. But before that, we're back to Suzuha.
ダメなんだよ鈴葉お姉ちゃん。そんなことしちゃいけないんだ。
This is a memory of Suzuha's regarding Kaguri Shina. Though, strangely, Kaguri is holding a handgun directly to Suzuha's forehead. What could have possibly happened between Suzuha and Kaguri to lead to this situation? Well, in the next episode, when we return adventurers, we shall find out precisely the answer to that very question. As always, until next we meet.